Laurie, it's me. Can you hear me?
Laurie, are you in pain? Laurie, can you talk to me, sweetheart?
Please, honey, try to say something.
We're here to help you. You're safe now. Laurie, you're safe now.
Kill you now.
No, please don't. Please don't. No. No.
Have to, Laurie.
No. Please. No. No. No.
I'm right here. You're safe. It's okay, baby. I'm right here. You're safe. You're safe now. It's okay. It's okay.
Yes, I'm calling. I would like to speak to Jason Prescott. This is his daughter, Marianne. What? When do you expect him back? Oh, I see. No message. No, wait. Tell him that I called and have him get back in touch with me. Thank you. Dumb, Marianne. Very dumb.
So sleeping on the job again?
Yeah, so why don't you let me rest in peace?
Well, excuse me. Man. Marianne, this office is for the working people. Thank you.
Hurry up.
Don't worry. You know, I don't want to spend any more time around here than necessary.
Fine.
Any reason for, being in such a great mood today?
As a matter of fact, there is. As if it would make any difference to you.
Well, why don't you try me? You know, I can be a very tender person. Hmm?
Well, when I went by the hospital earlier today to see Russ,
Oh, well, right there. See? I mean, that guy make anybody go into a deep depression.
I found out that Laurie Martin had been attacked last night. Someone tried to rape her, Gil.
Whoa.
So I'm not in any mood to play games with you today.
I'm sorry, Marianne. Is she okay?
No, she's not. She's completely withdrawn. She's not responding to anything.
Poor girl.
Oh, yeah, I bet you're really sorry, Gil. You tried to attack her yourself not too long ago.
I don't believe you just said... Marianne!
Why? Tell me that was different.
It was!
How? It was the same motive, Gil. Take what isn't yours at any cost just to satisfy yourself.
Wait. I was just... fooling around with her. I mean, it's just teasing her.
Just teasing? Gil, that kind of fooling around isn't funny at all. You know, a lot of women walk around with the fear that they're an easy target for someone who rationalizes the way that you do.
Okay.
I am no match against brute force.
Well, okay. Now remember that next time you go out with Loverboy.
Now, what's that supposed to mean?
Marianne, most rapes are acquaintance rapes. I don't trust Russ Weaver. Yeah.
Dr. Dalton, please report to second floor nurse's station.
Where's Peter?
I don't know. I didn't even know he'd left.
Oh, it's probably just as well. You hungry?
No, not at all.
Dr. Woods, call your service. Dr. Woods, call your service.
Ben, Ms. Davidson.
Sergeant, hello.
Ben, I realize this is not the best time, but I let it slide last night. Now I got to get answers to some of these questions.
Ben?
Yeah, okay.
Shall we? How's the hand?
It's fine. Doing fine.
Last night, the guy who did this, what exactly happened when you arrived at that classroom?
He lunged at me when I opened one of the doors to a classroom.
But you'd seen him before that point.
I barely saw him after that point.
But you did get a look at him.
Not really.
Ben, you got to give me more to go on than that. For instance, what kind of build did he have? Did he have any distinguishing marks or characteristics?
Medium build. A little stockier than I am, maybe. Possibly brown hair. I really don't know.
Any scars, facial hair?
John, it was very dark.
Okay, is there a possibility that any of the two students that we hauled in last night was one of your assailants?
Weren't they upstairs with Alex at the time? Wait a minute. Wait, there was this other punk in Laurie's class. This guy was a real wise guy. His name's Steven something. Squeegee, I think that's his nickname.
I certainly hope so.
You know, maybe he was the one.
We'll check it out.
I'm afraid I can't tell you anything more, John.
Hey, just one more thing. Officer O'Connor has to talk to Laurie.
She's really in no condition, Sergeant.
I realize that, but it's very important that we try. Please.
All right. But I want to be present when she does.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Okay.
You know, if you weren't my brother, I would have someone throw you out of here.
Oh, really? Well, I'm the boss, remember? Dad's orders.
Yeah, and Dad's regret someday, to be sure.
Well, we'll see about that. But, anyway, you don't have any choice, so...
Yeah, but I do have a choice not to listen to your garbage about acquaintance rape.
Oh.
Gil, you can't scare me out of seeing Russ.
Well, don't get any idea in that pretty head of yours that I'm gonna ease up about you seeing him, okay?
Gil, I would never let my relationship with Russ slip to the level that you're thinking of. My faith would...
Oh, I just love the way you interpret your Christianity. Huh? How about Laurie's faith? Now, that sure helped her last night, didn't it?
You always attack my faith, Gil, when all else fails.
I say it like I see it, okay?
Yeah, you say a lot of things. You say too much.
Oh, I guess the truth hurts, huh?
She's alive, isn't she?
So what? I mean, if she's as bad off as you say she is, it doesn't sound like she was spared a heck of a lot, Marianne.
Who said that we were put here to be spared anything?
Oh, I see. So God shows his love for us by, making us suffer, huh?
No. By helping us overcome suffering.
That particular approach, you know, just leaves an awful lot unexplained, Marianne.
Like what?
Like, why did God let someone as good as Mom suffer so much, huh?
I don't know. But I do know there was a reason.
Oh, 2 years of agonizing pain, huh? And then followed by a painful death?
Gil,
Come
in all
on.
that pain and suffering, did you ever hear Mom curse God? Or complain that it just wasn't fair? Well, did you?
No.
No, you know what? You and Russ Weaver have one thing in common. You think that if a person lives for God, then he's going to live a fairy tale existence. You know, I don't pretend to understand what God is going to accomplish with what Laurie's going through. But I do know that he will bring some good out of it.
Excuse me. Hey, what's this about Laurie? What's wrong with her?
Well, God's been taking care of his children, Gene. Laurie was attacked and almost raped last night.
She's been hospitalized.
No,
It
no.
doesn't look good. And Ben's been hurt too.
Hey, here are the zoning changes you wanted, man. I'll see you later.
Gene, you forgot? Never mind. I don't buy it, Marianne. None of it.
Please, Mrs. Martin, please try to answer me. Did you see your assailant? Mrs. Martin, I realize this is difficult for you, but you must try and help us. Did you see who it was?
Isn't it obvious she's not going to respond? I mean, we've been at this for over 10 minutes now.
Please, Dr. Martin, just bear with me a minute longer. Was he Caucasian, Mrs. Martin? Was he black?
Look, I have had enough of this. I'm not going to subject Lori to any more of this, okay?
But, Doctor, I must at least...
Listen, I think your superiors will understand completely once you explain the circumstances. Have a good day.
Thank you for letting me try, Doctor.
Terry.
Jean, Ione.
Terry, we heard about what happened. I hope we're not intruding.
Oh, of course not.
God be with you, Terry. I'm so sorry.
Thank you, Ione.
The lady at the information desk wouldn't tell us anything. How is she?
Not well. She's completely withdrawn. It's as if she's in her own little world. Not even Ben can get through to her.
Well, how is he?
Beside himself. He's probably going to need more surgery on his hand. It's hard to say yet how extensive the damage is.
Oh, gosh.
Well, can we see them?
Well, Lori's out of intensive care, but right now only family members are allowed to be with her, and I don't know where Ben is.
Well, why are you working today?
No choice, I'm afraid.
Sweetheart, you look like death warmed over.
Mom.
No, that's all right. It's probably how I feel anyway.
Well, why don't maybe we can go have a cup of coffee or something.
I'm sorry, I don't even have time for that. I'm afraid you're going to have to excuse me today. I've got a great deal of work to do.
Terry, why don't you go and try to find a nice little quiet place to just rest a little for a few minutes?
That's not a bad idea. Excuse me, please.
Why do people do things like this? What makes a man act like an animal?
Oh, dear Jean, I don't know. I know the Lord doesn't give us more of a load than we can carry, but sometimes I just wonder. I really do.
Miss Davison? Your secretary told me just to come in.
Oh, of course, please.
I realize this is a difficult time for you, so I'll only be a minute.
Well, please, sit down.
Oh, no. Thanks, though. The reason I stopped by is just to tell you how sorry I am to hear about what happened to Lori. And Ben.
Thank you.
And I know you're probably on automatic pilot right now, so I just want to assure you, with the new nurses' wing, you won't be bothered unless it's absolutely necessary.
Well, that's
Okay?
very sweet of you. I appreciate it.
And if you need anything, will you just holler? Okay?
Thanks, Gil.
My pleasure. Well, oh, yeah, Marianne. Well, she just got done talking to Dad a little while ago, and he's pretty upset. He just told me to tell you if you need him, he'll be there.
That sounds
Okay.
like Jason, all right.
Yeah, it does. Well, that's really all I have to say, so see you later.
Bye.
Just leave him. Ben, sorry that happened.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I bet you're sorry. Sorry you didn't get to Laurie first.
Ben,
And don't defend him. You know how long he's been after Laurie.
I'm not defending him. What good is it going to do to tear into somebody like that?
If it will prevent what happened to Lloyd from happening to another woman, it'll do a lot of good because it is scum just like that that does that kind of thing.
Ben, please, calm down.
Why should I? I have every right, Terry, to be angry. Someone has brutally destroyed the most precious part of my life. Squeezed the life out of Laurie and left that shell up there in her place. So don't tell me not to be angry.
Well, I've already told you it's too soon to push Charles for another $5,000.
And is it too soon for you to give up the good life?
No, I have no objection to giving you the remaining $45,000.
No. Correction, Nancy. You have no choice.
No, I'll get it to you, I promise. I'm just saying that if we push too soon, we'll only jeopardize your plan.
But by not trying, I think it's your plan that's in trouble.
No, but don't you see, Tab, that once I'm married, I'll have no problem getting access to that kind of money.
Oh. You're telling me you'll be good for it then?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
You must think I'm really stupid.
No, I don't think any such thing. I'm just asking you to trust me the same way I'm trusting you.
You do trust me, don't you?
Yes, of course I do.
Probably more than you're aware. Nancy, I'm a real physical therapist, you know. Well, they took away my license, but they can't take away my knowledge. Take your spinal cord, for instance. I know all about it. Would you believe that I know what to do to bring on a real paralysis? Nothing to it.
Oh?
Uh-huh. And if you suddenly developed real symptoms of what you've been faking all this time, who'd even know? In fact, who'd even care? Do you believe that I could do that to you?
Yes.
What was that?
Yes.
Well, what are we arguing about, Nancy? Because when I ask you for something, the last thing I want from you is an excuse.
You always did have the most beautiful hair. You remember when you wouldn't go to school in the 5th grade until I braided it for you? No matter how busy I was or what kind of catastrophe had taken place, you had to have your hair done. And nobody could do it the way I could, you said. You know why I always found time to do it? Because that was quite a compliment you paid me. Mothers don't often hear how well they do from their children. Then one morning, you came down to breakfast, and you were so proud because you'd done it yourself. Cried for 2 hours when you left that day. I cried because I knew I was soon going to have to let you go. Silly, wasn't it? Silly but true. If I could only hold you and wipe away your tears like I did when you fell off your bike. If I could only squeeze your hand and smile and have you smile back at me. Seems I've never been able to spare you any pain. Just pick up the pieces afterwards. Your father felt the same way. You should have seen him in the emergency room when you had those stitches after that bike accident. of me is glad he's not here to see this. And half of me so desperately wants his comfort and support right now. No, it's not painless being a parent. But the joys far outweigh the anguish. So come back to me, Lori, please. Please give me the chance to be your mother again.
I honestly don't know how I'm going to get it this time.
A resourceful girl like you? Come on, I find that very hard to believe.
No, please, I need more time. I'll do my best. I came through for you the last time, didn't I?
Well, there might be a way we can have you buy some time.
Well, how can I do that?
You consider that a big favor, wouldn't you?
Yes, a big one.
Favor for a favor, I always say.
I would have to return the favor?
It's the way it usually works, yeah.
Well, how could I do you a favor? No, stop it!
What's the matter? Hey, a minute ago you were really eager for my help.
Not like this.
Exactly like this.